First, the top headlines. STDCM holds protest. First Foundation's FESOC observes students must have nationalism mindset, exhorts FESOC. Noni-affected landowners warn steer agitation. Government has transformed India from Fragile 5 to anti-fragile, asserts PM Modi. At least 53 people killed in central Syria while truffle hunting is suspected is attack. And Women's T20 World Cup, India to take on England in South Africa. Hello, welcome to ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. I'm your host, Deemita. Before giving you the news, we request you to follow the SOP given by the government, where face masks worn in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV requests you to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. As part of the Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee, Manipur movement to enlist Meitei in a Scheduled Tribe category, Social and Economic Development Organizations Yaripok, Bishnu Nahang Wang Laikai, Tampa Kaithel New Market of Yaripok Kaithel and STDCM jointly marched rally and south slogans to enlist Meitei in a Scheduled Tribe list. Speaking to the media, Secretary of Tampa Kaithel Kongbrai Lakpam Santikumari appealed the state government for the inclusions of Meitei in the Scheduled Tribe list promptly and urged to send recommendations later to the center as soon as possible. When students are taught to have the mindset of nationalism, the students will emphasize patriotic and a nationalistic feeling, exhorted President of Federation Students Organizations Kangleipak FESOC Ningthauja Romes. He made the statement at the first Foundation's Day of FESOC held in Manipur Press Club under the theme Imparting Education with Nationalism Today. President of All Manipur Working Journalism Union Wangkhemcha Shyamjay, Associate Professor of Department of Economics MU M Bobo and President of All Tribal Students Union Manipur Pu Pauting Thang Lupheng too attended among others. Romes maintained that on 16 February, 50 voluntary blood donors donated blood at Jenims in connections with FESOC Foundation Day. He further stressed that the students who are going to appear for the 12 upcoming examinations were the students who got directly promoted to class 11 due to COVID-19 pandemic. He urged authorities concerned to avoid leaking of question papers in the social media for the students of class 10 and 12 and to conduct a fair examinations. He further extended his wish to the students for the upcoming examinations.
Class 12 10 गे एग्जाम से सु कोई मैरो सिंग द या प्रपोजल पिजरी अमसुंग अनफेयर मीन्स यावदना कोई क्वेश्चन सिंग कोई मीडिया सोशल मीडिया खुतांग दा कोई लीक ओइदना यामना इंग चिंगना एग्जाम से पांगथोकपा ओइसनु हाइबसे थमजबो लोइना हतक के एग्जाम से कोई क्लास 12 थागदोरिबा एग्जाम कोई छात्र सिंग से कोई कोरोना की मतुंग दा हाइदि प्रमोशन हाइबदि कोई विदाउट एग्जाम दा कोई क्लास 10 पास तौरबा दुम स्टूडेंट मरुम अदुना मखोई सिंगी लाइफ से लेप कदर हाइबसे फेसबुक ना कोई आम थमनिंग अदुगा फेसबुक ना मखाता ना कोई हारिबा कोई तकपी तबी भाइबते कोई महरोसिंग तकपी तबी मतम दा कोई नेशनलिज्म की वखलोन से चललगदी मा लेबाक नुसिरगदी ngasi कोई थोइबा क्राइम सिंग हाइबदी थोइबा क्राइम थोइबा प्रॉब्लम खुदिमक सॉल्व तौगने हाइबसे कोई फेसबुक ना खंजबो लोइना ngasi थीम कोई इम्पार्टिंग एजुकेशन विथ कोई नेशनलिज्म हाइबसे मसिदा कोई फोकस पिजबनी अरुना नेशनलिज्म की वखलोन से चललगदी ngasi लेबाक इरांग थोइबा मैम कोई नुसिनदि खुदिमक से नुसिनगने हाइबसे कोई फेसबुक की थाजबनी अदुगा मखातानसु लेबाक मैम की अमसुंग मेरोय खुनागी अफनबा कोई एजुकेशन दा होजे कोई सोथरिबा मैम से फगलन होदा कोई हान प्रायोरिटी से कोई एजुकेशन सेक्टर दा कोई चलन जगनी।
The affected landowners of the Longmai Bajar Noni district headquarters held press conference today at Longmai Bajar regarding the grievances facing by the affected landowners. Speaking media persons that many memorandums were submitted to the concerned authorities and a department to rectify the errors in the surveys, demarcation and assessment of compensation done by the concerned departments since July of 2021, but there was no response from the side of government, for which they would like to publicly clarify that they are genuinely claiming and fighting for the right to free and fair compensation. In the name of S.K. Adipo, a bogus claimant has received more than 1 crore whose land and structures will never be affected by the double lane expansions of National Highway number 37. Likewise, there are also many like him who will be considered as bogus claimants in the land acquisition act, whereas genuine Paka buildings and semi-Paka buildings were estimated less than 5 lakhs. Knowing the fact of dissimilarities in existing of many left-out land and structures, the affected landowners repeatedly appealed the concerned authority to look into the matter and not to affect the payment of money. But instead of rectifying the errors, they bluntly disbursed the money even to the bogus claimants. Under the order passed in a written petition, civil number 443 of 2022 by the High Court of Manipur on 16 June 2022, a joint survey for survey and assessing standing structures, trees, horticultural crops, etc. was scheduled by the Deputy Commissioner of None District, and the joint survey report was officially submitted by the Deputy Commissioner of None 30 January 2023 to the Secretary Revenue Government of Manipur. So they appeal the government of Manipur and the public in general to stand along with their cry for justice until heard. Further, they want that various democratic forms of agitations will be taken up if the grievances of the affected landowners are not redressed, they added.
से अखोई के पैसा फंगफम थोकपा लेबा ओजिक लेरिबा से अखोई डिसिमिलरिटीज यामना लेरे अखोई बिल्डिंग मानबदा अखोई सुक सोक्तबदा हायरदी मसी से एसटी अदीपो मसी की युम से 1 crore हेना लेरबनी मयाम यंगियो मसी से खंग मयाम खंगबनी मसी से पैसा से मंगोनदी फंगजरगा अखोई की दमकती अखोई की डिमांड से अखोई ना याम सोथन फंगबा मयाम से पुनिंग यामना सोक्तन लेरबनी ओजिक से अखोई ना लेरिबा हुजिकी अखोई नेशनल हाईवे दा मयाम से अखोई मोर देन 48 हाउसेस से अखोई हुजिक मक अखोई फंगदर लेरे मसी की मतांग सिदा गवर्नमेंट ना खंगबीदुना अखोई की डिमांड से पीबीनबा फंगहनबीनबा कंपेंसेट तौबीनबा हाइबसे अखोई अपील तौजरी अदुगा अखोई की नोने डीसी जोसेफ पोलिन ना अक्टोबर 4 2022 दा माना जॉइंट सर्वे मागी ऑफिस की मीसिंगा हाइना एनएसआईडी सेलगा यावना अखोई जॉइंट सर्वे तवे अदुबो हुजिक फावबा मोइना कंपेंसेशन से पीदरी अदुगा अखोई की मसी सिदा पीदरदी अखोई से हुजिक डेमोक्रेटिक फॉर्म ऑफ एजिटेशन से सथरनी हाइना
निफु यांखाई लौदबा कंपेंसेशन फंगदबा याम लेरी युम सोक्तबा इमुंग दुना युम सोक्तबा मी हाइबने हाइना एसके अदी खोइदुना करो अमा हेना लौखोखरे अखोई जुम तसेंगनमक सोकीबा जुम बिल्डिंग की अदिगी येलोम ओइरम लेरिबा जुम मखै हिसिदि लाख अमा अनि अहुम मरी मसी मना सिदा थांनरिबा बिल्डिंग असिसु लाख अनि खक साबिबनी असिबो अखोई की इंडिया गवर्नमेंट सेना अजाबरा natraga misang mikhai laibra haibasi akhoi di janing da bani aduga athuba metam da masigi di ayaba pithok tara badi akhoi gi akan bagi sangang se adum sang sathar tharani.
One-day workshop on data journalism and fake news verifications was held at Manipur University Department of Mass Communication Seminar Hall today. Head of Department R.K. Lilapati and faculty members were among others. As a resource person of the workshop, trainer of Google News Initiative India Network Professor Umesh Arya described data journalism and fake news verification. A mega Assam Rifles ex-servicemen rally for ex-servicemen of Manipur was conducted under the aegis of DGAR at Mantripukhi garrisons on 18 February 2023. The rally elicited participations by more than 600 ex-servicemen from all districts of the state, including World War II veterans, Veer Naris, widows and their dependents. The aim of the rally, organized under the theme Serving Those Who Serve Us, was to connect with the veterans, strengthen bonds with them and also acknowledge their contributions made for the country during the prime of their lives. The occasion was graced by Lieutenant General P.C. Nair, PVSM, AVSM, YSM, PhD, DG Assam Rifles as a chief guest. Speaking on the occasion, the DG lauded the contributions of the veterans and the serving soldiers of Manipur who have contributed immensely to ensure the security and the prosperity of the Northeast and the country. The veterans were informed about various beneficiary schemes including the recruitment rallies, sports quota for recruitment in Assam Rifles, reservations in various educational institutes or hostels, Ayushman Bharat, an extension of ex-servicemen contributory health scheme, ECHS to Assam Rifles veterans. The DG also highlighted about the conceptions of an ex-serviceman ESM cell at every unit level, adoptions of Veer Naris and disabled veterans and outreach program, as a part of which the Assam Rifles is reaching out to Veer Naris and veterans pan-India. As part of the event, a felicitation ceremony was organized in which the DG Assam Rifles felicitated Veer Naris, World War II veterans and other ex-servicemen. The representatives of headquarter DGR's Long also provided the platform for registrations of grievances and their immediate redressal. As part of the rally, a medical cum dental camp was also organized. Doctors from Assam Rifles along with the specialist doctors from RIMS, Imphal and from the State Government Medical Department provided consultations and medicines to the veterans and their dependents. The veterans were also distributed various medical aids like wheelchair, spectacles, walking sticks, hearing aids and portable commodes at the venue. A number of stalls promoting skills development, agriculture, animal husbandry, social welfare, fishery and small scale were also set up during the rally. In addition, felicitations include CSD banking, Aadhaar and a PAN card registration, etc. were also provided to the veterans and the dependents. The event was followed by lunch for all participants. The ex-servicemen expressed their heartfelt gratitude to the DG Assam Rifles for organizing the event. It has always been an endeavor of security forces to help the local students from remote areas to fulfill their ambitions. In view of above, Loktak Battalion of IJR South organized interactions and a career guidance at Siam Sinpolpi Residential Schools, Ngahathal village of Churachandpur district, Manipur on 18 February 2023. Loktak Battalion took this opportunity as an initiative to address approx 600 local students, both boys and girls of Ngahathal village and a contiguous area in and around for the counseling session. The basic aim of this campaign was to impart knowledge on career prospects and recruitment procedures to join armed forces as well as private sector. In addition, battalion distributed essential items to the students. The counseling was constructive as students grasped important information provided to them. The initiative was well received by the local students of Ngahathal village and contiguous area who appreciated the efforts of the Loktak Battalion in reinforcing their motto of being the sentinels of Northeast. And now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Heritage Convent, admission open for playgroup to standard 9. For the academic session 2023-2024. Day boarding facilities available for playgroup to Standard 5. Hostel facilities available for Standard 6 to 12. State-of-art digital classroom, fully digitized and Wi-Fi enabled campus. Holistic learning through playway and research-based methods. Highly qualified and experienced teachers. For more details, kindly visit the school office or log in to our website heritageconvent.com.
Lana Thauram Malem Taibang Pansida, Aikway Kwagi Irakta Tinbiramba, Maraiba Kitamak Kanjabada, Metkup Amafawa Nuaiba Funkidraba Laiway Kraba, Ireng Bam Borot, Miamna Chauren Haina, Kangabi Kivana, Mapuna Tarakpa, Jaising Jaitek Suraduna, Hairang Haising Suna, Jada, Lerang Leishing Suna Jinda, Taibang Jingjal Luidaduna, Hokiba Luidam, Fiden Tagitara Mapani Banba, Yaifaraba Kora Irai Dumit Inkumja, Lissingani Kunhumdegi February Tara, Numit Asida, Sembi Bamapu Mahaki Mafamda, Lerang Lenam Oina Tinjakray. Lakliba Luidam Fiden Gi Kuntrani Banba, Yaifaraba Kora Ningthaukaba Numit Inkumja, Lissingani Kunhumdegi February Kun Numit Asida, Lana Thauram Tokle. Numit Asida Laikidrabagi Tawaina, Mapu Magi Mafamda, Ingna Chikna, Leiruna Bagidamak, Mapogi Minkai Sak Sonjaduna, Gamjaba, Hairang Lerang Karatang Kachakani. Numit Asida, Ahalaman, Marumapang, Ichilinao, Ichi Jal Kwai Kibik Namatam channeling Biraktuna, Lana Tauramasibu, Saruk Yabiranaba, ELITETV Gitong the Pausen Jade. Nongluk Chori Basing, Iring Bam Ongbi, Jamuna Lema Mama, Iring Bam Ongbi, Joy Sri, Purnima Lema, Loinabi. Iring Bam Ongbi, Anandi TV, Mataima, Iring Bam Ningol, Velasini Mache, Iring Bam Ningol, Sorojini, Machanupi, Iring Bam Ongbi, Bohila, Manaunupi. Iring Bam Braza Bihari Singh, Mayamba, Iring Bam Rajendra, Manaunupa, Iring Bam Barsanta, Manaunupa, Iring Bam Roshant, Banta, Manaunupa, Amati, Mahaki Imung Manu Singh. Kangim Pali Huidrom Laikai, Imphal.
Iramda masigi khut sahiba singna puthok chariba pothok kayabu malim sin batungna sak takpa amadi pothok kaya asibu miyamda yauhannabagi achetpa pandam amaga loinana Manipur Khadi and Village Industries Board na sinjalangjeduna lagliba February gi tarik 13 dagi March ki tarik 2 fauba hafta kangjeibungda ahum suba state level PME JP exhibition vocal for local haiba theme asida Manipur Khadi Expo 2023 numit tarik ni tukna pangthok jagadawi haidiba expo sida ireicha singna lengbiraktuna iramda masigi khut cha haiba singbu puning thaugat piu amadi mapung phahan biu mayambu ngaijaram
Khanghan Jaba Malem gi leibak kunna saruk yaduna G20 Summit Imphal da pangthokliba siga mari leinana ima kaithel ahum asida porfam phambiriba ima ibel singna lakliba tang 19 tha ani English singani kunhumdoi amasung tang 18 tha ani English singani kunhumdoi numit asida lengbirak delegate singna malemda saktakliba nupitagi oiba amatta ngairaba ima kaithel ahum asi yengba lakani Maram aduna imaivel singna numit asigi ayuk pung nipan taba matamda ake amoga loinana nat ki oiba fizol setpiraga kaithel phamba lakpiyu haina Imphal Municipal Corporation gi maikaidagi khanganjari ba KSS Gyanendra Singh Assistant Municipal Commissioner Imphal Municipal Corporation. It is hereby notified that a cow jersey black and white fur multicolor was impounded from Malugally on 16 February 2023 at about 7:30 p.m. It is also further notified that the concerned cattle owner is directed to claim the respected cattle with proper documentary proof of an receipt on payment of necessary fine or fees as applicable with an undertaking that the aforesaid cattle should not be allowed to litter in public streets or places in future. In the eventuality of failure to claim by the concerned owner of the respective cattle within 7 days from today, the Imphal Municipal Corporation shall be constrained to place the said cattle for public auction and the sale proceeds shall be deposited in favor of the Imphal Municipal Corporation. K. Chandra Kumar Singh, Municipal Commissioner, Imphal Municipal Corporation.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi remarked that India has emerged out of Fragile Five and showed the world the meaning of anti-fragile economy by finding opportunities in a crisis. While speaking during a summit on Friday, Narendra Modi disclosed that apart from India, Turkey, Brazil, Indonesia and South Africa were also included on this list of 5 nations. He went on to add that India's government has reimagined delivery of welfare schemes to citizens and the development of public infrastructure. Modi mentions that bank accounts, housing, internet connectivity, clean fuels and the toilets for the poor have been reimagined. He highlighted the direct benefit transfer (DBT) of the cash and subsidies which have been hailed as a logistical marvel by the International Monetary Fund last year. Speaking at Economic Times Business Summit, PM Modi mentioned that Rs 28 lakh crore have been delivered to the poor by prioritizing DBT to provide every paise of the benefits to beneficiaries. He highlighted the role of PSUs under central government and state governments in turning around backward districts now considered aspirational districts. He mentioned that 5 kilometers of railway lines and 38 kilometers of roadways are being built every day as part of a grand strategy for infrastructure development. The PM Modi also added that India has the world's 5th largest metro rail network and will have the 3rd largest network this month. At least 53 people were killed on Friday in an attack east of homes in central Syria that was blamed on Islamic State, state media reported. 53 citizens who were truffle hunting were killed during an attack by the terrorists of IS to the southwest of the town of the Al-Sukna, state television said. Director of Palmyra Hospital, Walid Odi, said those killed were 46 civilians and 7 soldiers. IS has not claimed responsibility for the attack. Some people managed to escape the attack, the UK-based Syrian Observatory from Human Rights reported earlier on Friday. Many people, including women and children, have been targeted in recent years while truffle hunting in the central, northeastern and eastern areas of Syria. 16 people, mostly civilians, were killed on Saturday in a similar attack targeting foragers in the same area, the observatory said. Dozens of others were reportedly killed in the attack and 25 of them were released, but the fate of the others remain unknown. After the jihadists lost territory following a military onslaught backed by a US-led coalition in March 2019, IS remnants in Syria mostly retreated to hideouts in the desert. They have since used such hideouts to ambush Kurdish-led forces and the Syrian government troops while continuing to mount attacks in the neighboring Iraq. And now in sports news, in the Women's T20 World Cup, India will take on England in the group stage match at St. George's Park at Gaverha in South Africa this evening. The match will start at IST 6:30 p.m. Both teams have been unbeaten in the tournament so far. India opened their World Cup campaign by successfully chasing 149 against Pakistan, the highest chase for the tournament so far, before comfortably beating West Indies by 6 wickets. England also thrashed West Indies before defeating Ireland in a low-scoring encounter. For ELITETV News Channel, contact the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now let's take a look at the headlines once again. STDCM holds protest. First Foundation's FESOC observes students must have nationalism mindset, exhorts FESOC. Noni-affected landowners warn steer agitation. Government has transformed India from Fragile 5 to anti-fragile, asserts PM Modi. At least 53 people killed in central Syria while truffle hunting is suspected is attack. And Women's T20 World Cup, India to take on England in South Africa. And that's a wrap for today. For more updates, keep watching ELITETV English News. Thank you and have a great evening.